Hello, everyone, and welcome to 916 Goes Live on behalf of the Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce. You are in for a treat today. We have some phenomenal guests and panelists, and really just talking about growing your business. And if that is something you're interested in, or you have a business yourself, this is the place that you want to be. I can imagine now, I want to say we have stepped fully into fall. After yesterday's win, we're like, okay, stay warm, and I hope all of you are doing well. I mean, as I mentioned, it is truly important that we see what the seeds are in really planting the businesses. Sacramento Chamber of Commerce has really been superior in supporting so many businesses. Our dynamic leader, CEO Aziza, has definitely guided that path and helped so many businesses who didn't even know they needed to be a part are a part simply because of the community efforts and hearing from her and her excellent leadership. So Aziza, thank you so much for your contributions and your leadership in making Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce so much of what it is. My name is Timiza. I am your host for today, and I am the community engagement strategist at W.E.A.V.E. And I am on the foundation board of the Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce, along with our policy committee. So I'm just glad to be here today and share so much of the nuggets that our guests will have for you today. So you know what? Let's get into it. Let's see who we will have first. Who I see coming is Geary McCoy. He is from SCORE Capital Corridor. And Geary, thank you so much for being here, and would just want to hear from you about all the dynamic things you're doing in your business, and what should people know?
Great. First of all, thank you very much. SCORE is really always happy to be in front of entrepreneurs. In fact, give you a little background for SCORE. SCORE has been in existence over 51 years, virtually doing the same thing across the country. We are nationwide not-for-profit organization, all volunteer. And so primarily what we have with SCORE, we have individuals, particularly in our chapter, and what we do, our background pretty much either own businesses or experts in various parts of a business, meaning could be attorneys, accountants, could be management, from manufacturing, just a variety of different things. That's some of the core things that we do. Also, what we do, we are mentors. We're mentors. And so we're not consultants. So we do work one-on-one with our client. In fact, what is a client? A client is a person, an entrepreneur who needs some help, needs some direction. And what we do, we pay or they pay nothing. Everything is free. And in fact, we will stay with an entrepreneur until they tell us they don't need us anymore. And so we're simply available. Our particular area, we cover often Northern California, really to the Oregon border, going north and south. We go to Stockton. And so if there anyone needs some help, some guidance, we are the person for them. Getting into some
Thank you so much. You know what?
Yes.
No, I'm just gonna capitalize on what you said, and I wanted the viewers to really hear that this is free 99. Your services,
Right.
the many that you mentioned, though, that you are not a consultant but a mentor. I think that really struck me, that you're really helping someone be guided through the process,
Absolutely.
and all of the services that you have, and free. How many times in a business are people, feeling maybe stagnant because they are thinking about all the costs involved?
Right.
And, it sounds like SCORE is that great starting point that would be really ideal in someone wanting to start their business. How do they connect with you? Like, what's the process when they get there?
Very good question. One of the key factors is this. You can go online to score.org, and they fill out something indicating what type of business you have, where you're located, and do you need a mentor? And within 24 hours, someone will call you and let you know how they can contact you, and you can contact him or her. And so that's readily available.
How long are the services good for?
Well, that's interesting you say that. You made mention that the service is until the client decide they don't need us anymore. And so typically we'll set up a schedule that is okay with the client, meaning an entrepreneur or myself, and we make a determination what fits in for us. And we one-on-one conversation either via Zoom or sometime one-on-one, face-to-face, whatever is necessary for the entrepreneur.
No, it seems like definitely you guys have a lot of accessibility to really meet the person where they're at. And that's really, really key in someone starting their business and not really knowing where to go. I'm really excited for your service, and I appreciate you being here today. One of the things I did want to ask is how, when you are working, a mentor is set up for that person, what is it that do you contract out with others to, if it's something that you see is vital, but, you may not know exactly how to support in that particular area? Do you contract with other sources and other business people?
Yes, in fact, what we do, because of the fact, as I mentioned earlier, we have people within our group who are specialized in a given area that an entrepreneur maybe needs some information about a CPA or an accountant. We would share that information. We'll work with one another to do whatever we can do to help the client out. In fact, we are also part of SBA. And so whatever tie in with SBA in terms of generating, if they need a loan and those other things, and some other organizations so that is something we're looking to help people however we can within our group or outside our group. And I think we could probably provide them whatever they need to be successful.
Definitely. I see that and I hear that. And I really appreciate all that you've poured into this segment, because I know we definitely need to start with a seed.
Right.
And so for many having that vision and having the need and want in pursuing a business is really ideal in how people are able to feel connected and confident. And I really, in hearing about your services, I really feel that someone will feel now able to take that leap more confidently because
Right.
you have laid it out so clearly. Geary, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you. Your information is in the chat. So please reach out to score.org to connect with a mentor. Again, it's free 99. And definitely what you don't know, you will be able to find out more in a more distinguished consult with Geary or any of their staff. So thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Bye-bye.
So in that small amount of time, you say so much how you've gotten just that small tidbit. Mind you, we have a number of other guests that will be joining us. So first I want to go ahead and introduce our new staff member with the Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce. Her name is Megan Morgan. She is our marketing, communications, and program development manager. Had an opportunity to meet with her the other day on one of our segments, and just with the joy that Aziza has said so many amazing things about her, and she kind of was able to validate that when she introduced herself and all of those things. So I'm excited for you all to meet her today. And Megan, if you can say a little bit more about who you are, your role, and also the importance of marketing and ways to market, and because that is so crucial after hearing Geary. Now, Geary, after you start that, what do you do to get your business out there?
Hi, everybody. I'm Megan Morgan.
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, gotcha. I hear you now.
Okay. So hi, everybody. Thanks, Timiza, for that warm welcome. It was really nice to meet you at the board meeting the other night. So as you said, I'm the SBCC's new marketing, communications, and program development manager. And one of the things we want to do is help our members to market their small businesses. I'm here to help the SBCC market themselves, but also for our members. So I actually did put together a short little PowerPoint with some of the main things that I wanted to talk about, that it would help out our members. So I'll get to.
A visual is always great.
It's just slowly responding.
It's the wind. It's the wind kicking up.
All right, so hopefully everybody can see that now.
Yep.
All right, so I titled it just Small Business Marketing 101, starting to cover the basics. And so first off, looking at whether you have a website, an email, and a phone number. And that seems pretty basic, but what we have heard from some of the people, members of the public that call, is that sometimes they can't find a website, or it's down for maintenance without a message. They've sent an email but haven't gotten a response. They've called a phone number and weren't able to leave a message. So just really getting back to basics and making sure people can find you on the World Wide Web, sending you an email to a box that you check regularly and can respond to, but also having a phone number where the call will be picked up, or at least if you're on the phone or you're busy at the time, that a message can be left and that they will get a return phone call.
And I think that's really been, helpful. And just if those are some of the challenges people have had or whatever, then, giving some directive on how that can support them and help. So thank you for sharing that, for sure.
Exactly. And then for those of you, I know many of our members already do have a website. So an idea that you can try to kind of take yourself up to that next level is send it to 10 or even more, but send it to at least 10 friends and colleagues and ask them what's missing. What is it they know about you, and what is it that they know about your business, and what would they like to see on your website or expect to learn about what you do from your website? Because I think sometimes we get in the mindset of like creating a website and it's like one and done, but your business, like you, evolves over time. So things change, things become outdated. Maybe you have new events coming up. Maybe there's services that you offer now that you didn't previously have on your website, and it's something people need to know about right now.
And I think if anything, the realness of those 10 people are going to tell you the truth of what it is. And those 10 people are probably going to be the ones definitely purchasing your products. So it is good to do those check-ins. Hey, this is now added to my business. What do you think? Is it easy on the eye? Is it easy to navigate? It could look good, but it might not be easy to navigate. And so I think having the friends just share with you, what it is that can really help their business elevate to the next level, because more than likely they were the people at the table with the tea and coffee talking about when you had that vision. So, or on the couch and having that vision. So yeah, let the real people that are going to be honest to give you that good feedback.
Yeah, that honesty, I mean, you can't even like pay for that. And so they will give that to you. And so ask a few strangers too, all those opinions are so valuable. And so social media was kind of the next thing I moved to. And I know it's intimidating for a lot of people. I've been working on it for probably the last 10 years. And the one thing you need to remember is that you don't need to be on all the channels. That can very easily feel overwhelming and like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? But try to just be on at least 2 of those channels regularly. So there's more channels than this, but these are kind of the main ones: LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you already have a presence on at least one of those channels, just start there. Your personal page can turn into a professional page, or you can just start posting also about your business. Like, it's up to you whether you want to create a completely separate professional page or whether you just want to build off of the personal following that you have already and just being yourself and talking more about your business. Or you can create a page that's an extension of your business that you can also talk about. So just starting with where you already are, and kind of moving from there and looking at the demographics. I get into this in a later slide, so I'll bring that up later.
Thank you for that. Don't overshit, don't overthink it. I like that you said sometimes it's hard to think about how many channels, but I like that you said, let's just start with 2. Like, and that kind of like helps, because sometimes you start overthinking, and I'm including myself in that.
Mhm.
How many do I need? Is this going to be right? My friends like the website, but is this right? And, so yeah, thank you. So don't overthink it.
And even just one, like I say 2 because I feel like one is more of your personal side where you sometimes talk about your brand just so people are aware of what's happening in your life. And then the other one's more professional. And that typically is LinkedIn for people where it's like, okay to talk about business all of the time, but you can change them up, right? And do some fun things on LinkedIn sometimes and some business things on Facebook or whatever 2 channels. And then, the previous slide had all the logos on it. So speaking of logos, do you have one for your business? And if not, think about hiring a designer to do one for you. You could have someone in the family, but students, it's a great way. You can run a competition. It could be a family member and friend. And if you feel creative, you can even design one yourself pretty quickly in free programs like Canva. There's a multitude of free logo apps out there, and you can kind of have some fun with it if you want to go down that road, or think about creative ways that you could hire a student or someone in your community who would like to share their designs with you. And then attending virtual and in-person events. So we've all been sharing screens, and we're sharing screens right now, as we have been over the last 19 months. But many of our members are still telling us that they're generating significant business by doing online events. So don't write that off. Events like these bring awareness to you and to your brand and what you're doing, and also in-person events. So start safely attending in-person events, especially if you are vaccinated and feel safe to do so. Virtual is great, but in-person events lead to longer conversations, chance meetings, and the opportunity to develop new and existing relationships. And again, going back to the don't forget your friends and family, because they know you best. So if they can provide testimonials about their experience with your business, that is gold. People want to hear from other people. When you think about Yelp reviews and you go online before coming to a new restaurant or going to a new salon or whatever business you might want to visit, you want to see those reviews. And if they come from your friends and family, sometimes that's okay. It's not just them doing you a favor, it's honest feedback as well.
I
And
think just to add to that, the just the options, having the versatility to, and we saw so clearly in 2020 that certain businesses actually got better in revenue and other things, and so allowing ourselves to be more innovative and creative in our approaches, but whether it's in person or virtual, you really people have been able to give some great testimonials how their business flourished. And so I like that you said, don't discount, do not take that off the box of trying other options. And of course, keeping your friends and family as part of that marketing plan as well.
exactly. Thank you. And then thinking about kind of the big question of who is your audience. So it depends on what your business is. And we all think that we have something for everyone because we like that idea that we can help everyone. But do you actually have something for everyone? Or can you be more specific with who you're actually marketing to? You'll get a bigger return on your marketing efforts and your investments by narrowing down who your market is. So if you look at something like a newsletter, which is something that we do every month here at the SBCC, but thinking about how old your target audience is. If you're looking at students or recent graduates, they're less likely to probably want to subscribe or read a newsletter than those who are 30 plus. Now, again, this is very general things, but then that means maybe you move to social media if you're looking to generate interest from a younger audience. But keeping in mind that social media is not just for young people, it's different on every platform. And although Instagram and YouTube tend to skew kind of more towards younger folks, that's not always the absolute rule. And same thing, Facebook and LinkedIn typically has a bit of an older demographic, but again, not always the hard and fast rule. But this is where you can kind of choose the channels that you want to focus on based on who you're trying to reach. And then a fun thing that you can think about doing is a contest or a giveaway, because who doesn't love to win something? So you could host a design contest, for example, for someone to design a new logo for you, put the finalists on your most engaged social media channels, your website. You can offer a service or a product giveaway at a local event to help promote awareness of who you are, what it is, what you do. And so it's just kind of thinking out of the box a little bit about who you're trying to reach and what is the best way to reach them.
I love it. Diversify your offerings, and look at the audience that you're trying to connect to. And as Megan said, people love for you to give some things away. So, and it creates just that the competition, the fun competition of, oh my gosh, like you picked this logo over all these that came out, and people love prizes, and just it makes it a fun time. And this is again adding to your business and how great that people are seeing your business start and all the different things you're doing in it. So you're part of the solution. You're part of the way it's growing.
And almost at the end here, just one more slide after this one, embracing video. And I know that sounds scary to a lot of people, but look at us here. We're doing a live video, right now. And as we know, the whole world loves video, and especially on social media. And it doesn't have to be long. In fact, it's better if it's not. It doesn't have to be super duper edited. 30 to 60 seconds is really the attention span that most people have for video right now. So have fun with it. Maybe you show a tour of your office, just, walking around with your phone. If you have a business that makes deliveries, maybe you can film a happy customer. If you're attending an event, it's like, oh, here we are with, XYZ event, and this is who we're meeting, and we're performing a service at such and such location. And it just like puts you out in community and gives people perspective about who you are and who you are in community. And a little bit is kind of all that it takes. If you're feeling uninspired or you're still not really sure, just go on Facebook or Instagram and look at some stories of what other businesses and even your friends and family are doing. People really just put anything up there, and you can just make it about what you and your business are doing. Little snapshots of behind the scenes. People love to see that because it makes you human and it makes your business and you very approachable. You can even ask a relative or a neighbor to hold the phone to record you in action, and ask them to use your phone so that you have the content ready to go right away.
So Megan's saying, get out of your comfort zone. This is a time to showcase who you are, what you've done. We can see it through a website and all that, but this is a time a little bit brag about yourself, brag about your space, because sometimes it's hard to do so, and I think having someone else record it and you be able to take a look at what you've been able to do. And people love, I've heard some great feedback on, people love seeing a journey in video, offering different ways to showcase not just a verbiage, but the video, and then you're catering the minds of the young generation. As you said, Megan, you got to look at both generations. Who's your audience and what audience don't you have? Who do you want to tap into? So thank you so much for that, the video piece, because I know people are like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to do a video, but I think you're talking about stepping out of your comfort zone and pushing away the fear to try it out.
Exactly. Just holding up your phone on a Facebook Live or Instagram Live for 2 minutes or less, and just doing that quick little thing. And then once you start doing it a little bit more, it gets easier and you become more comfortable with it. And then the final point I just wanted to share with you all today was celebrate. So do you have an important milestone coming up, like a business anniversary, your 100th or 1000th order, or maybe you've hired somebody new? So celebrate your wins, and it doesn't really matter how small or how big it is, but you can put it in your newsletter, up on your website, share it on social media. People love to see others succeed. And so the more of the content that you have that you share, the more you'll realize what it is your audience really responds to, and then you can kind of change that or respond to that, I should say, moving forward, because your marketing will change over time as you grow and change over time. And we're going to be doing a segment. So our members have exclusive access to member-produced videos on our website. So when you become a member, you can log in. And one of the videos we're going to be doing is Marketing 101. So the kind of next step I mentioned to people is analytics. So it's yes, what people like on your channels, but it's also what they share, the feedback that you get, the reviews that you get. So starting to really look at your analytics and what people want to see from you and your services, and how that
Mm.
into all of the marketing 101. So we're going to be producing that for our members. So watch for that.
And so you heard it here. Do not miss that marketing 101. And again, we are winning already by having this segment already. But again, celebrate yourself. Celebrate if you've been in business a month and you already knew what those 5 years looked like before you started your business. That 1 month might seem as if, oh, I don't know if I need to be celebrating. You need to celebrate. Little things get to the bigger things. And as many of our guests today will talk about the journey. And I think it's important to really highlight your business. You got into it because you had a purpose, you had a vision, and it's important to celebrate what that looks like. And so you decide what those milestones are. You decide, and you'll hear from your audience. Hey, we need to have something, even if it's free, even if it's internal or external. Let's do something at the park. People can bring stuff. So it's important to really share. And your audience will share with you what are some of the things we can celebrate. And sometimes as a business owner, you may not know some of your successes, just to be frank, but your friends and your audience will be able to say, hey, we didn't celebrate that one time this happened, and looking at the different things that have evolved. So celebrate your wins. Megan, this has been phenomenal. I appreciate your time and your expertise, and look forward to the marketing 101. Megan's information. She is again with the Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce. She is a new staff to our team, and we are just happy to have her. And you will be here for a long time. So I'm not even. I'm excited to see all the things that you're going to bring. So thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Next, I wanted to just bring in our next guest, Arlene Chacon. She is from Smud, and she will talk about how to become a Smud seed vendor. What is that? What does that look like? And so we have the expert here, Arlene, to kind of just share that with you. Thank you so much, Arlene, for being here today, and looking forward to getting all the seeds and nuggets that you have to share with us.
Happy to be here. Thanks, Timiza, and thank you, Sacramento Black Chamber, for having Smud here today to kind of tell you basically in a nutshell how to grow your business with seed. Being in the Sacramento area, you may have heard of the acronym SEED or the SEED program. So I'm just going to go into it a little bit, but SEED stands for our Supplier Education and Economic Development Program. The two links that are on here can basically take you to a website to basically find a lot of this information. So I just want to highlight basically what is SEED. So SEED is SMUD's contracting program to support small local businesses. SMUD has a goal to award 20% of what it spends with small businesses. It's a way for SMUD to reinvest in the local economy and really help small businesses. Just to give you an idea, on average, we award anywhere from 100 million to 300 million a year, and 40 to 65, million goes to small businesses. And last year alone, we awarded 74 million just to small businesses here in Sacramento. So let's see. I'm hoping this is working all right. So to become qualified, to become SEED verified, there are two things. One, you need to be certified by the Department of General Services as a small business. And just so you know, most people don't know this, to get certified as a small business with the Department of General Services, DGS, it's free. All it takes is your time to go ahead and submit the necessary documents just for them to verify that you're a small business. And the second thing to qualify is that we're just looking to make sure that you are a SMUD rate payer for at least 6 months. Your headquarter office must be in the SMUD territory. That's it. As long as you have that, then you're all set and you can be SEED verified. Now,
Thank you so much. That was just great information. So 40 to 60, you said million? Yes. is for small businesses. So if you have a small business, it sounds like you need to apply, because that's a lot of monies. And thank you so much, Arlene, already by starting the process and explaining each piece on how to go about it. So if we don't have monies and the funds, the seed is how we're going to be able to move forward in that. So yeah, go ahead. Thank you so much for just dropping that, because I didn't even know. I know so many great things about Smud, and I've heard about this program, but now you're really like diving more into it.
Yeah, I'll dive into it a little bit more. But yes, if you guys are small businesses on this right now, listening to this, I mean, feel free to contact me. Just get yourself registered to be seed verified. That's the key thing. A lot of people ask, well, okay, so I become a seed vendor. What's the benefits? And here's the benefits just in a nutshell. There's the price advantage, the point advantage, prompt payment. You know, you get paid in 20 days. Then there's a sheltered market opportunity and the reciprocity. So let me just cover real quick. Sheltered market opportunities, what that is we will only solicit 2 seed verified vendors. And as long as there's at least 3 viable ones in our system, in SMUD system. So let's just say if you register and and there's only 3 seed vendors that can do, provide promotional material. Only those three vendors are going to compete amongst each other. They're not going to compete with everybody else who's a big business. So there is sheltered market opportunity. And the reciprocity, when you're actually registered in the DGS system and in SMUD system, there's a whole bunch of doors that open up for you in regards to, marketing. People will start looking for small businesses within the area of what they're doing. And then we even have people come to us asking us, for small businesses that we have that are seed verified. But being seed verified, I mean, automatically, when it comes to an RFP and their scoring, you automatically get the 10 points. But what I wanted to share with you real quick is the 5% price advantage on items. So let me see, get to the next slide. So how that works is, let's say somebody who's not seed bids at 100,000, but you're a seed verified vendor and you bid at 102. Just normally looking at this, you would assume if it's for a low price, we would go for what's at 100. No, well, what we do is, because you are seed verified, we take 5% off the lowest bid and we subtract it off of your submission. So we would take that 5,000, subtract it from your 102, and now at an evaluated price, we evaluate you at 97. So what happens now is you, the seed vendor, would automatically win the bid. So we would still honor your 102, but for evaluation purposes, you as a seed vendor would qualify and win the contract. So how do you become seed verified? Go to smud.org/EDSS and register here to become seed qualified. This is our old system, but currently we are using it to do all of our seed verification. Go here and create an account, basically. And then when you get there, you're going to go over here to the left where it says register as a new user. And as soon as you do that, you just follow the steps. You register as a new user, just follow the prompts. It's very user friendly. Put in all your information, your contact information, but most important, select categories, because your categories is how we match you to whoever it is who's asking for a seed vendor list. So if your company does construction, select construction, but the type of construction that you do. And also try and think outside of the box. A lot of small businesses, they think only like, okay, I sell promotional materials, but what do you sell promotional materials for? Do you sell them for events? Well, then maybe you should select the category of event planning, because in that way, you know of any solicitations that are coming up that may need your services.
I love the variety of occupations that it can tailor to, and businesses that, it's not just one solid, train or track. And I think that will definitely be helpful to those wanting to apply for the seed program. Like, oh, I don't know if my entrepreneur new position will really support the seed program, but you're saying otherwise. It's so many different categories that you can qualify for. My question is this a rolling in registration process? Is there a deadline, or is this just a rolling process?
It's a rolling process. You can apply anytime. I mean, the sooner the better. Some people will say, I don't have a DGS yet, or I haven't been certified as a small business. It's okay. go ahead and get in there anyway, so that at least we know that you have interest, because it's a way for you to kind of find out what types of solicitations are out there. And as soon as you get your DGS number, go ahead and go back in the system, enter it, and then select needs verification, and then we can verify you. But it's a constant thing. I mean, we're always looking for seed vendors. We know that there are a lot of small businesses out there that are just starting or have been around but never heard of the seed program. So I would advise, if you, and oh, and one other thing, most people will say, well, how long does it take to get certified as a small business through DGS?
Yeah.
Depends on you, as a business. If you have all your ducks in order in regards to your paperwork, it could take less than 24 hours. If they're really busy, it might take 2 weeks. The nice part is, if you are a member of this, the Sacramento Black Chamber, or member with any of the chambers, and let's say you want to participate in any of our current solicitations that are out there right now, if you let DGS know that you are participating in one of our solicitations and you send them a copy of like the front page of a bid, they will expedite it quickly to make sure that they're not a barrier to you participating in a solicitation. So that's one of the reciprocity benefits of being seed verified.
This is awesome information. Thank you for just letting people know, like, this is for you, and you can definitely benefit and get the reciprocation of being able to let other people know about this seed program. I mean, anything starts with a seed. You start with a seed, you add water to it, and it will grow and flourish. So this is like a stepping stone to people making some of their dreams come true in their businesses.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I was just talking to a vendor yesterday who actually started the seed program in 2005, and actually has been doing business with Smud since then, and their business has been growing. And they were telling me how grateful they were for the seed program, because as a small, basically it was a family business, a husband and wife that run an engineering company. They've been in business since then because of Smud, because they took advantage of the seed program. So if you're interested in, seeing what's out there, you can, and you want to take a look at any of our open solicitations, bids.smud.org with solicitation number, and what it'll do, pop you over to what we call the Ariba network, which is where all our procurement takes place. You'll need to create an account there as well. Same thing, select your products and categories so that Ariba can match you. And then just start, networking from there. The key is just network. So with that said, if you have any questions or anything,
thank you so much for.
So yeah, here's our contact information. So if you have any questions, if you're in professional services or information technology, my name is Arlene Chacon. This is my contact information. If it's in construction, Pile, and if it's materials, you can contact Jeannie Robinson. So I know I went quick, but any questions or anything?
No, yeah, they have your they posted your link. If you are not a seed vendor, it's your time to apply. Become a seed vendor today. Thank you for all of the great information, Arlene, because this is definitely a way that people can start. And by planting those seeds, by starting, and you have a team, is ready and willing to assist. And so I appreciate your time today on behalf of Smud, and just appreciate you sharing those seeds with us. And thank you, and look forward to learning more about the program and connecting with you. Thank you. Next, we'll introduce Mark from Capsity. And he'll be able to share some information about how can Capsity help you. So, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today, and look forward to. I know about Capsity, a little bit about it, but you're the expert. Want to hear a little bit about how Capsity can help?
Okay. Well, Capsity has been around for over 15 years. We are a co-working facility, which means that there can be multiple businesses, organizations, solo entrepreneurs, and other entrepreneurs working in one location, sharing resources in order to keep the cost of doing business down for having a location. Capsity was on 21st Street for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently we invested in buying a couple of buildings, and we purchased the Bank of America building on Broadway and MLK Boulevard, the old Bank of America building, and we retrofitted that with offices that were built out of shipping containers. And I would love to show you some of those pictures so you guys can see that. But Capsity provides a place where you can have meeting space, conferences, you can have your private office. If you're a student and you need a quiet place to study, you can have that. We have high-speed internet. We actually have a full kitchen, and we have food services and multimedia services that we provide to our members. And what's different about Capsity compared to other places you may work is that we're like a gym where you actually have a membership and can pay month to month. There's different levels of membership where you can have a desk space to having an office space to maybe just having a mailbox. So if you have a business that just needs a mail space and an address, many times you may need that for grants or other types of legal documents, we can provide you an address as well. We're really happy that we are about to open up our phase 2, which will provide another 15 offices and a second kitchen on our upper floor. And we may even have a space for a large media center so people can make their own TikToks and commercials or podcasts. So we're really excited to provide this opportunity to businesses. We're right there in Oak Park, and we cater to many minority businesses. And it's a great opportunity to have something that's in the downtown area, but where you don't have to deal with downtown, particularly that at our facility, we have free parking. So if you need to get out of the house, you've been in seclusion in your house and you really can't get any work done, or if you've been going to coffee shops and needing a place to use the restroom or having a printer that you can use or asking a business connection to meet with you, that's one of the different advantages of going into co-working, particularly Capsity. And it is a very unique design. A lot of people may remember the Bank of America, but if you have a quick moment, I'd love to show you just a few pictures of how we retrofitted it.
Yeah, I would love it as you bring that up. I'll ask you a few questions as you bring the slides up. First of all, it sounds like a person can get their whole life at Capsity. I mean, you have the space, from the technology pieces to, the different floors, the different spaces. And as you said, if you're looking to step out of your home or get out of the coffee spots and come here, it is a great space for you. So as I see our first picture, and I guess it was a tour that was given, it looks definitely like there's so much potential.
These couple of pictures were before we had our grand opening. So you'll see some of the construction, but I wanted to really showcase how we put in shipping containers, stackable shipping containers, and we're the first company to ever do it. We actually had to help create the permitting process with the city in order to have this done. But here's a good idea. We're at 3810 Broadway. If you don't have the address, please come by and come take a tour. You can sort of see some of our pictures here of our offices and how taking shipping containers really created a unique concept for people to utilize and for us to really provide a unique way to use the space. And
these are great.
Yeah, we're really excited about what we did. And again, we're actually opening up another level that will have ability to have more flex offices. So if you're a larger corporation and you need to create a regional office in the Oak Park area, we can provide that. And again, we could provide full conference services. So we have the ability to provide multimedia, full food service, and room for 7 different breakouts in a main room. So we'll be really showcasing that soon. one of the exciting things that we have is that we've collaborated with KTI Media 360 to provide full streaming services. So during the time that you have COVID and people concerned about social distancing, you can still have a hybrid event where you have in-person event, maybe a smaller capacity, but at the same time have real-time streaming with Q&A and other questions. And like the previous chamber marketer said, that having video really adds to your capability. So you can be a small business, even one person, but be able to showcase your company as a large business throughout the world.
This is great. How do you go about reserving a space?
Well, if you go to our website, www.capcityoakpark.com, there's two ways you can do this. You can schedule a tour, or if you want something very cool that we've created, we have actually a virtual tour that you can go through as if you're walking through the entire building, similar to like if you see real estate home sales. We've done that there, so you can look at all the facility. But all you really need to do is say book a tour. We'll automatically ask you to come out. You can look at some of our price ranges, and then also we can book a tour for you to come down there personally and even try out a couple of days for free.
You see the theme of free throughout these presentations today. I mean, offerings as small business owners, you know, needing that one step to get you into the doors and to understand, you know, you are growing a business. And so being able to even just have that free opportunity to come in for a tour and to have a spacing for a day or two is really appreciated. So I appreciate seeing this tour. Yeah, totally. No, and I'm looking forward to a tour.
One of the great things about working in co-working, our co-working or any co-working, is your ability to network real time with people. There's a lot of different diversity of styles of businesses. We have newspaper publishing. The hub is there. We have nonprofits there. We have for-profits, a lot of different media companies who are satellite from the Bay Area. And if you become a member, it's a great way to network with them directly. You may be able to collaborate with them. Many times, many of the nonprofits group together, working out of the facility, and then go after grants together. So in addition to having a place to work, it's also a place to build your own network.
I love that. Building collaboration, building network. So as you are connecting in business, knowing how important it is to build your networks. And this is the place. This is a place that can offer so many different things, especially this brand new space. I've been to the old Capsity, and so this looks amazing. And just shipping containers, being creative and innovative to create change and to make people have a place to work and a place to grow. Thank you so much today, Mark, for your time, for sharing with us the new space, but also please, for everyone, schedule a tour. You know, they're open to tours. You can do a virtual one, but you don't want to miss this new space and this great opportunity.
Thank you very much,
Mark. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you to the Black Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Maisha on from her business is Crystal Nugs, just being able to share about her journey in starting her business. Maisha has definitely been, I've seen her in so many different ways in the community and receiving phenomenal awards, even with the Bridgerton Award, the most recent event, Each One Teach One. And so that's why this platform is so good today. You are Each One Teach One, really showcasing your business and talking about your journey. Welcome, Maisha Bahati.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me. Well,
yes.
Sorry, let me introduce myself. So my name is Maisha Bahati. I am the CEO of Crystal Nugs. We are the first Black-owned, women-owned, and locally owned cannabis enterprise here in Sacramento. We have 3 licenses. We received our first license in 2019 for we were the first Black-owned cannabis delivery here in Sacramento. So we've been open going on 4 years. Prior to that, I worked in the government. I worked for the County of Sacramento for 18 years, a job that I was very unhappy with, somewhere that I just wasn't really happy with. And so I visualized getting out of that situation. And probably for 6 years, I just hustled until Crystal Nugs came along. So this is kind of still new to me. I don't have a background in cannabis. It was just an opportunity that I had, and I kind of ran with it. So yes, we have a delivery. In April, I was awarded one of 10 storefront dispensary permits through the City of Sacramento Core Program. And just last week, we signed with the largest property. We're going to have the largest dispensary in Sacramento. It's going to be 7,800 square feet.
Awesome.
And it's right in the heart of Midtown. Absolutely fabulous. So excited to be a locally owned business, and we still own 100% of our business. So we're going to be, just bringing a whole new vibe in cannabis and opportunity, particularly for women of color, Black women, Black people. So that's going to be happening in December of 2022. We're hoping to open. Our third license is we are one in 38 people in California to hold the Cannabis Event Organizer license. And that is a license that allows us to have events at Cal Expo where you can consume and purchase cannabis from licensed retailers. So we have our first event coming up next year. It's going to be September 24th, and it's going to be the Comedy Joint, the first ever outdoor comedy event that is going to include cannabis. And then lastly, I am also co-owner of Urban City Flowers. I co-own that with another woman of color, Black woman, Miko Banks. And that's going to be a cultivation, manufacturing, and distribution facility. So I got a lot going on, a lot of virtual.
No, but it's a lot of good going on. Like, I'm like,
Yes,
I don't
it
even
is.
know. I have to sit back. Do y'all hear this? Like, do y'all hear all that Maisha has been able to do? Mind you, having a government job wasn't fulfilled and decided to move forward in business. And what I wanted to ask you about is, you said, you didn't have any background in this business particularly. I've heard about you and your fashion because I always see you a fashionista, and always seeing that part, you kind of growing that in the past. But how did you have that courage to walk into something that was unknown?
I have an amazing team. It's 4 of us, consists of my husband, Chris, and our 2 business partners who are also married, Brian and Melina. I think we were all willing to take the risk, and that was what it's all about. None of us had a background in cannabis, but we were all business people. I brought, my vibe to it. They brought their vibe to it, but we just wanted to reach our goals so bad. I wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted to be financially secure. I wanted to live the life I wanted to live. And so I was willing to do pretty much anything to get there. So when this opportunity came about, we considered cannabis, which was still a very new industry. We just considered it a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not something that everyone is able to get into. We hit it right at the right time, and we've just maximized on the opportunity. Hustle, a lot of hard work, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but it's definitely rewarding. I like being a Black woman in this space. I feel like I'm able to create opportunities for folks who would not otherwise have an opportunity into the industry. I'm really big on hiring women. I'm really big on hiring Black people. I'm really big on putting us in executive positions. So I'm just really excited about, the opportunity I've been blessed with, and trying to redefine the image of cannabis. We're not this corner selling, backdoor kind of business. This is legitimate. We have a lot of people that purchase from us, from 21 all the way to 90. We have a lot of women that purchase from us. We sell all kind of products, topicals, edibles, wines, flour, pre-rolls. I also have my own brand, which is Bahati. That is a #1 seller at Crystal Nugs. So check us out. We give great customer service. We're one of the top deliveries in Sacramento. We will answer any questions you have.
Wow. No, you've been able to share so many ways that you started something and then expanded from that and just continue to grow from that. Having a solid team, having the faith over fear,
Mhm.
and really making it in a place like it's more of an experience,
Mhm.
and doing the proper licensing and all of those things to ensure your business was on the right track. And having the first event coming in September 2022 of an outside door event, a comedy joint, like this is going to be phenomenal. And how you're just bringing, I love the word legacy that you mentioned, having a legacy and bringing people with you on that. I appreciate you being here. We've shared your information in the chat. This has been phenomenal, and excited to hear your journey, and wishing you the best as you continue to flourish. And thank you all for these phenomenal guests today. They have really added so much. Aisha, did you have any other lasting words you wanted to share?
I've been a member of the Black Chamber since 2019, and it has been very fulfilling. They've been very helpful in my journey, and I just want to give a shout out to the Black Chamber of Commerce and thank you for the opportunity.
Totally. Thank you for sharing that testimony. And so you guys heard it here. If you are worried or wondering, hey, is the Sacramento Black Chamber of Commerce the place I need to be to have those business connections, to learn more? It's true. It is that great foundation. In today's, when preparing for today's segment, I really looked up the planting a seed. And what does that mean? It's to lay the groundwork for something that can develop or expand into something greater. So that's what I've heard today. This has definitely been, I'm full from just hearing all of the ways that your businesses can grow. If you have a business, if you want to level up your business, if you want to share some business tips and things with others, this is definitely the segment to join and hear more about. I wanted to share an upcoming event with all of you before we close, and that is Connecting the Dots. It is an event for a women's event, empowerment event, and that is October 14th, this week, from 9 a.m. to 1 at the Hilton. Feel free to log on and see if there's events. It is in the chat to purchase tickets if there's still some available. This event has definitely been popular throughout the years, and you don't want to miss some of the phenomenal speakers. I know Wanda Abney will be on there from 97.5, and so it is so many other great women on that platform, and I will be there. Hope to see you there. And again, thank you all so much for joining the 916 Live today, and hoping that this was helpful in growing your business. Thank you all again, and hope to see you soon.